I must admit, I am happy that we're in a war. I was a little bit concerned that this would turn into just a pacifist playthrough, but it isn't. Alright, so Jen, I'm gonna have, I think, building some ships. Although it's going to take you 42 turns to build a ship. That's a little bit too late. Well, what if you built a super? Problem is, I don't really want to spend money on tile improvements. Now, go ahead and build the lighthouse. I don't think religious units can be attacked by military units, but I'm not entirely sure about that one. Also, one of you guys is a healer. You're the medic, so I think medic needs to go down there. And you can head north via Canada. I just don't know if these guys are vulnerable. Because we still have the religious emergency, but I think that focus is about to get switched away from that. Drago, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. How's the religious quest going? Fine. They've not really done very much. You can attack them if you're at war. There's a special action to condemn the heretic. Okay. In that case, yes, I'm going to send these guys up to Canada. And we'll cause problems for our ally instead. This caravel, I think we're going to send you down this way. And then Jen can buy me a caravan. Hang on. Do you have a shipyard? I think you do. No, nobody does. So yeah, Jen can be where I build my caravels. Wait. What Ryreem's Rain caravel? There it is. 960! Flipping hell. Oh. No, Gao should be where I do it, because Gao has the Sugba, which means cheaper units. No, this does actually need to be... You need to build a Sugba. You really do need to build one. And in fact, here sounds like a good location. It's adjacent to my holy site. It's adjacent to the aqueduct. What gives Sugbas their adjacencies again? Holy site, river, 2 districts. River, holy site. Building it here would have been the best spot. That's also where my aqueduct is, so... Oops, that's the wrong button. Oh, I see. You're adjacent to my capital. You're adjacent to the river. You're adjacent to the harbour. Which, historically, would have been really, really strong. Oh, that's also where my stone is. Yeah, let's not do that. I think we're going to go ahead and purchase that and build it here. Which means the industrial centre is going to have to be here. So it's going to be less productive, but so be it. Alright, Kumbe Sala. You are going to be well able to produce some units. Wow, maintenance cost 4 gold. That's not cheap. Not that I really care, I'm just being stingy. Go ahead and finish your ancient walls. Like, I don't see Tadmaka falling, but you can never be sure. And I wouldn't be at all surprised if Canada is the one that ends up taking the brunt of this war. Sorry, Canada. Right. I think I'm going to have to take the city defense strength instead of that. And we're also going to take the cavalry construction time because that is my special unit. And screw it. You know what? Let's also take the naval production. And hell, why not? Let's also take the ancient, classical, medieval, Renaissance era, melee, anti-cavalry, and Renaissance ranged units. Like, this Merchant Republic is suddenly going on a very war footing. Boom. So now, if I try to build my caravel here, it would instead take 21 turns, which is still a little bit too long, but it is helpful. And I think here I am going to have to start building some better units. Don't have bombards. I do. Bombards require niter, however. Well, the Monte Carlo cavalry are just iron, so let's go ahead and just start churning out a couple of those. You're just building a stupa. You can obviously build something better. You're building the Patala Palace, so I'd like you to stick with that. You're building Sancor, you're building Monte Carlo, you're building Alhambra. So, early on I am just going to have to hold out with what units I have. Going on a counterattack is going to be difficult. You have proven a steadfast and loyal friend of Canada. Will you let us declare our mutual accord to the world? Yes. Right now I would. That won't help your cav. Your unique unit is medieval era. Yeah, and the policy is ancient, medieval, and Renaissance. It's all of them. The Coureurs de Bois bring me disturbing tidings of many troops along our borders. Perhaps you could withdraw them. We're in a war against the same guy! Oh, it's because you're worried about these guys around Winnipeg. Because I just levied them at great cost from Bandar Brunei. Crap, you're actually in range of the city there. Best 800 I've ever spent. Right, and this is also going to be in range. And you do also have walls. So I think I need to be a little bit more cautious about how I move you. Because one of the things I'm trying to do there is also cut off reinforcements. So I'll basically need to get these swordsmen all the way down here and then just rush in with all of them. Okay, yeah, the main one that I need to convert is this bad boy. And then this apostle is going to hang out down here. This missionary is going to go north. I'm going to go south. Hopefully cities can't just shoot them. You're back! Alright, and then Tadmaka can purchase a unit, and needs to. Crossbows! I have a bunch of crossbowmen coming in, though. Right, so the Monte Carlo I'll need to double check their combat strength versus knights, but they are 49 combat, which I think is actually higher. And they steal money, so they take 100% of gold. Combat victories provide gold equal to 100% of that unit's base combat strength. And that's just combat victories, that's not kills. So 449, 448. So yeah, they are slightly stronger. But we are up against Dimpy, which are pikemen. So yeah, I think swordsman might actually be the better choice. Or pike and shot. Strength 55. And they didn't cost any resources. Oh, hell yeah. Except I think I just wasted a ton of production doing that. Yeah, I did. Never mind. It's fine. Maybe. Probably. Hopefully. A Zerg Rush, sponsored and paid for by Mordred. Historically, Mansa Musa was the guy who was so rich that his pilgrimage caused rampant inflation in much of the Muslim world. Yes, he's all about the gold. Oh, I know Dracoran. He's probably the wealthiest man ever. So, Alexander wishes to buy horses. I'm at war, but... Oh, and you want me to... No. Oh. He's like a petulant teenager. You want my niter? No. I need that, I'm at war. Can I make cannons yet or any artillery? I need more niter, then I can. I can make bombards.
If you owe the bank $100, that's your problem. If you owe the bank $100 million, that's the bank's problem.
So I can now build banks, which ordinarily would be super nice. So getting 2 bombards is not impossible. I just need the niter to do it. Which will allow me to get siege tactics. I think I might just go straight for ballistics. Would allow me to get cuirassars. Industrial era heavy cav requires niter. 64 melee strength. Except for the fact that I'm fighting against anti-cavalry. I don't want cavalry. Where's rifling? Oh, rifling is for the ranger. Which is a range strength 60. Range of 1. That's not terrible. 60, range 2. 64. 62. You know what? Rangers are actually quite strong. They're a new unit. I've never come across them before. Ironclads would be good. I mean, industrialization would be super strong, except for the fact I don't rely on industry so much. Which is actually going to be hilarious. So one of the things I wanted to do in this game was show off some of the climate change stuff. But I'm not going to be industrializing very heavily, because there's no advantage to me in that. So we might not actually have that much industrialization going through. And yeah, I know my culture is awful. I haven't really cared. Although I have a lot of wonders. The wonders are what's doing my culture. And I've only recently just started working on science. Seriously, the thing that I've been working on the most is gold and faith. We had a huge religious war for a while. Although I seem to have pretty much squared that one away. Square rigging? I'd love to have that boost, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. Who's ahead of us? Shaka's actually ahead of us. Where did those Buddhist apostles go? They're coming back again. Leave me alone. Right, where's my caravel? My one actually fairly mobile military unit that I have. Canada's beasting Shaka's fleet right now. You want to sell me amenities? No, you don't. I want to sell you amenities. Yes, I am open to that. No, I'm not. Not from you. You're unfriendly, so you're not going to give me a very good deal. Am I close to a heroic age? I'm extremely close to a heroic age. I'm currently in a dark age. I'm actually somewhat surprised the countdown hasn't started yet. Gao has finished the market. Gao could build... Ah, here we go. Caravel in 12 tons. That's a lot better. I mean, what I'd really like you to do is build me a frigate. You know what? Build a quadrireme. Frigates cost niter. They cost niter. Everything's gonna cost niter right now. I don't have a huge amount of it. Oh, right. I just built a market, so I have another trader slot. How much is traders to buy? 290. They are quite a lot cheaper. You know what? Go ahead and build me a catapult. Actually, what's a catapult's attack strength? Bombard strength of 35, and we're going to be fighting against cities with a combat strength of 27, 19, 14. Yeah, catapult's fine. More than enough. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and buy a trader. Tadmeka to Ottawa, though going to Canada would be a bit more dangerous. Timbuktu would actually get me production. Wallata to Quebec. All of these are just saying Wallata, so let's build something in Wallata. Bye. Yeah. No. No. Don't stand there. It's actually really annoying that my road passes through here because my units tend to not want to go that way. The fact that the road is here, isn't here, is really bad. Even though I am Cardiff suzerain. Will I allow you to establish an embassy? Yes. Go for it. Oh, happy days! Okay, so Alata, here we are. Scroll to the top. Alata to Quebec would give 22 gold, production, faith. To Wanuku would give 26 gold and 1 production. Yeah, 26 gold and 1 production is pretty darn good. Again. I don't know, not being able to map your own roads is always something that bothered me about this game. It would be nice if you had, like, the military engineers, for example, could build roads. So it's not something you can do early on, something you can do a bit later. So, is Canada doing much fighting? Also, I do like how the swordsmen look different. In fact, those guys have triangle shields, and Cardiff, I noticed this, has a couple of dudes with round shields, so it mixes the models up. That's kind of cool. I like that. What are mine? Rather, what are Bandar Brunei's? Oval shields. Thing is, I can take my sweet time getting into position, because the better positioned I am, the better. I can get Charles Darwin, and yes, I would love to have Charles Darwin. What unit was that? Crossbow. 45 for now. Charles Darwin's a long way away. I need you down here. Chichen Itza's been done. Temple of Artemis. Violent Storm. Miles away. Completed a quest for Akkad, apparently. Right, probably because I recruited a great person. And I have got... Oh, I just got a free envoy for Akkad. I didn't actually need to do anything. Fair enough. Build some settlers to go and claim Nita. I could. I think I'd rather save my money for actually purchasing military hardware, though. Another 3 turns and I can get my first musket. Or bombard. Possibly bombard. I've actually got a fairly numerous front line. Well, do I? No, I have 3 swordsmen. And probably about 4 crossbows, plus all the swordsmen over here, of course. I miss Roman legions making roads. Military engineers build railroads. Military engineers could build, really? I can actually build military engineers. Construct roads! They can! Oh. Well, that changes things. Oh, Timbuktu. I wish you to purchase... I apparently can't purchase military engineers. I have to build them. Huh. Interesting. Well, once I've got these pike and shot units, then maybe I will do so. Of course, I'm building pike and shot, so I will have a front line. So yeah, it really is artillery support that I'm going to need. Are you taking... yeah. You are starting to convert slowly but surely. You do have an awful lot of Buddhism in that city, however. What do I think of this deal? You want to give me ivory for salt. How about we remove these bits and you give me some diplomatic favors instead. That is acceptable. Need an encampment to build engineers. Oh, okay. World Congress is now in session. 100% production towards buildings in this district. Well, no buildings can be created in this district. Plus 10 religious combat strength for all units of this religion, or all players condemn units of the chosen religion, and doing so grants 25 diplomatic favor. Let's really condemn Buddhism. And I'm gonna say you're not allowed to build encampments. And let's put 5 votes towards that as well. Each culture group has its own unit skins. One of the graphic changes I really like. Yeah, they're pretty cool. Carthage game is over. Won't let me propose anything in the World Congress. I'm stuck. I was really enjoying it too nearing the end. You can't always propose stuff. I have to say, that's one of the things that I think could have been implemented better as the World Congress. I'm not a huge fan of it. Urban Development Treaty passed. City centres plus 100% production towards city centres. That's reasonable. Plus 10 religious strength for Buddhists. That's the opposite of what I was saying. Who voted for this? Who's that? Cree, Alex, and Coupe. That's a good question. Where is Coupe? Oh no, Coupe didn't. 1, 2... So A got it because one person from every single category voted for A. And then Buddhism got it because 2 people voted... well, Shinto did as well. Maybe mine counted against Buddhism? No. Or against... no. Why did Buddhism win that? Shinto should have. Because that's basically 2, 4, and 5 against. Surely. Yeah, I really don't like the World Congress. World Congress in Civ 5 was a lot better. I don't really understand why they changed it. Especially to this worse model.